Welcome to 5 Pints In, the show where we're literally 5 pints in. Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm actually mixing a Budweiser with a golden ale, but
That's disgusting.
I've already started, so I'm just gonna
Tastes similar
Yeah,
enough.
it's something there, son.
I'm just gonna keep going. And it's probably gonna be the best beer ever. So we've got some good ideas for this episode. We've got some good conversations, but I have to start out. We just address the Messi conversation because we did a whole episode on Messi coming to City, and now he's not.
You said 50% lower or higher. We both said lower.
Yeah.
We did talk about the date on the contract. I think he got some misinformation from his people, his dad. You know, things like that happen when you
Always misinformation from the dad.
Yeah, those with the family involved in the podcast. Misinformation and cock-ups and stuff.
You can't believe the contracts I would have signed if it wasn't for you.
But I was a little bit concerned because if you'd have come to City, there was a slight possibility that I'd slip down the pecking order one position in the best all-time Man City players. So
Yeah.
it helps me a little bit.
Yeah.
Just going on talking about it though, what are the chances that he'll sign for City in January?
I think that, well, you know what, honestly, actually, so I was the most optimistic I've ever been, and I was only 50%, and I did say that on record. I said I was 50-50, which sounded optimistic. You both said was optimistic.
That is for a Messi transfer.
I'm done thinking about it.
No.
I if he signs in January, he signs in January, whatever.
I was when he stated that he was staying, but then when you've got to realise it'll be June the 10th of next year, but the January window, anybody whose contract's coming to an end
Can sign pre-contract.
And if Barca let him go to the end of the season, they get jack shit again. They get nothing, no fee. So I think him and his love of the club, he'll want them to get something. So if he goes in January, the negotiations will be the 100 and something.
Well, no, it'd be free. You can sign it. He signs a pre-contract.
Yeah, but it's up to him. And he's saying
another half a season.
What do you mean?
He's saying he wouldn't want Barca to not profit off.
But can he not?
his
But
sale.
if his contract's up next year, can he not sign a pre-contract in January?
Yeah, he can.
But he won't.
He can discuss and arrange terms to where he's going.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, rather than him do that and then wait and stay at Barca till the end of the season, till June the 10th, and then go on a free, he's going to want Barca to get some money.
Yeah.
And Barca going to want to get some money.
So you're saying he'll actually go to City in January?
Possibility that he moves in the January transfer window, so Barca gets some money for.
Could you see some weird situation happening where that happens in January and City loan him back to Barca for half the season so he could finish it out, or?
What's the point?
I don't know. I mean, what's the point in him staying at all?
You're losing 5 months of a player that is going to be 34 when he goes.
Well, I know that with City's perspective, I just, I'm just annoyed. Like, I'm not annoyed at anybody or any club or any person. I'm annoyed at myself for getting hyped up. To be honest,
Why wouldn't you get hyped up?
Yeah.
It's your team and.
Yeah.
I was hyped up that he was just coming to the Premier League. Never mind.
The fact is, that's just something that came to me. If he's allowed to go and negotiate in January,
Yeah.
then would City say, okay, and they probably will. We'll say, okay, even if we wait till June and get him for nothing, you're never getting Messi for nothing anyway.
Yeah.
You're paying his massive salary, whichever way you cover it, whether it's sponsorships and all that.
Right.
You'll give him a massive salary. It's got to come from some money you would have got yourself.
Yeah.
So you would have got the sponsorship money. Now you're giving it to Messi.
Yeah. Well, I think I don't know I can't remember if we touched on this, but I think him going to City would bring the revenue, would bring a big portion of the revenue anyway, with international fans buying merchandise and stuff. I just wonder, and I was optimistic in the last episode, 50-50. Now I'm going to be a pessimist. What if Bartomeu gets voted out, which they all seem to hate him there. I mean, it's sort of like weird reports coming out, but obviously, I mean, that's not weird. There's obviously been shit with him for.
Anyway, didn't he, to save himself?
Yeah.
He put his neck on the line to save himself. Now,
but
has he go now that Messi stayed?
Well, apparently, apparently, I don't know how true this is, but if he leaves, he could owe Barca could sue him for loss of income or whatever since his time there. But what if the new president that comes in, Messi takes a liking to, and he ends up staying there and blah blah blah, and then the whole Messi.
I don't think that's what it is anymore, mate. I think he's expressed his desire for a new challenge, and unless Barca, this will be a point as well. What you'll find out whether he does want to move in January, if it's possible. Will he play for Barca in the Champions League and then be not eligible for?
That's not a rule anymore. They got rid of that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Watch though, all these players now, these players that are currently playing for Barcelona are gonna be known by few as like the players that like Messi wanted to leave his whole Barcelona reign. So
well,
if these players like step up this season and they have the players to win.
I don't think they're capable. I don't think it's Messi wants to leave them. I just think Barca found themselves in a pit of they bought Suarez, who's been great for the club.
Back now, isn't he?
I believe I believe he's back to Barca, but I don't think he'll stay there. Suarez is meant to go to Juventus. Griezmann was just a flop after his video that he made at Atletico. Like, I like Griezmann as a player.
Yeah, but you can always just.
Koeman wants him and wants to see him.
Well, that's the thing. It's a different manager, isn't it? It's
and it's a good manager.
He's a good manager, but they want Xavi there, don't they? They want Xavi to manage Barca. So
I don't think Messi will leave, but he'll leave on better terms.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. So on the pitch, Barca, you could say, isn't in the best shape. Whether these reports are true or not, what do you guys make about the story came out? Messi told his family that he wanted to leave Barcelona. The kids were crying. The wife didn't want to leave. How should that play into Messi's decision about should Messi let his, what are his kids? I don't know how old his kids are, but they're young, aren't they? Like
11 and younger.
Like, I don't even understand how that makes the news personally, because
it's just a story, mate. It's just to fill papers and
yeah,
computer screens, and it's just
you don't know how true it is.
Put on your heartstrings a little bit.
Yeah, which is how this whole shit's been, though. It's
I know, but that's gonna be any family moving with any job ever.
Yeah,
like the kids are like, I don't want to. I have friends. The mum's like, I have friends.
He's not gonna sit there and with his young children and have a vote.
No. Well, I'd hope not.
That's career, which is what has give them everything they have anyway.
Yeah.
Just up and go. It's a fact of life.
Also,
it's never easy if you go alone. Your family stays, and you keep going home to visit.
Well,
yeah.
What is it?
Well,
two and a half plane.
Yeah, it's not far. I mean, we all did that, didn't we, for a while when you were playing at the Shell Shockers in New Orleans?
Did it a few times.
Yeah.
Getting kicked out of everywhere, didn't I?
Yeah, including our house.
Getting in trouble.
You had nowhere to go. You were just looking for a club.
You don't need clubs, though, mate.
Wrong type of club.
Wrong type of club.
Yeah. You know what? Thinking about that, actually, after making that note, who would have been there to report that? So who knows where that's come from?
Maybe one of his kids leaked it.
Yeah, little Tiago or whatever. I definitely, though, I spent days following the saga, and I got so pulled into it, and I just felt like I'd been,
In hindsight, it's it's the obvious thing that.
Yeah. Sorry.
But you didn't want to hear the next news about Messi.
No, I got angry.
I got tired of waiting for that statement to come.
Well, I
thought Messi was gonna win it at first.
Well, he backed down, didn't he?
Yeah, then I heard that he backed down. I'm like, all right, so.
Well, he didn't want to take. He'd have had to take them to court, and he didn't want to go up against Barcelona.
Which is
because he loves the club.
The right move.
Yeah, but there's something else in the background, and it may be this January thing. I don't know.
It's funny. I think if let's say Messi was at this point in his career, and it was during the the Guardiola era, with Xavi and Iniesta and all them. I don't know why he would want to leave, but I think if he did want to leave, it wouldn't be this sour and this difficult. I think it would be more understanding, and I think the players would get together and the manager. And
I think there was
it's up to him.
There was a fear that him leaving Barcelona right now, what are they left with? I mean, like if your best player,
They're left with
No, I think
very good side.
I think the big problem is they have money to go and buy whoever. Well, who is it?
Dybala.
well, they've been spending money, and I think they've been spending it in the wrong places. You know, from the, you know, I've been.
Well, it wasn't with the tax man, was it?
No. Well, that's the individual players, isn't it? But they spent a lot of money on Griezmann. You know, they spent a lot of money on Dembele, who hasn't really played. They spent. I mean, Suarez was a good signing for them, and if he goes to Juventus, I think that's also a good move for him. I really like Suarez as a player. He's a terrible human being, but like, he's a great striker.
Can't stand him.
No, I
think he's even been there.
I think he's the closest you get to Aguero.
You think he should have been banned?
Should have been banned, mate. Yeah, after his second jumping down.
Yeah.
On Ivanovic.
Should have been. Yeah. I mean, look, there's only them teeth could have bit Chiellini's nose.
Yeah. There was that chant, wasn't there? Your teeth are offside. Your teeth are offside. Yeah, but he's a great player, isn't he?
Yeah, Ivanovic looks like he's going to West Brom.
I saw that.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a good move. I mean,
good for him.
Yeah, there's some interesting moves as well. And Leeds are in for Draxler.
That's weird.
Leeds look like they're going to spend some money, to be honest.
They could do a Wolves, you know.
Yeah, I could say, or a Sheffield United.
And be up there competing.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we're going to touch on predictions a little bit later. I know in one of the other podcasts, we put down a 3 that we thought were going to go down, didn't we?
Yeah. We've got those notes.
I think Leeds for me was, if I remember rightly, the only one of the promoted teams that I thought would stay up.
I think that sounds.
Okay.
Yeah, just we'll get to those exact predictions in a bit. I just want to I just have one more thing on this City on this Messi.
Let it go.
No. Just moving forward, actually, moving on from it. So if City, I mean, we never really heard anything from City, right? But if it was portrayed that they had the cash to splash on Messi, whether it was 100 or 150 million. So now, to me, it seems like there's money to spend. Messi's out of the picture for now. It needs to go somewhere. Koulibaly, I'm almost sick of hearing his name. And watch, as this episode goes out, he'll have signed already just because of, you know, how it works.
But will they hold on to that Messi money till January?
Maybe, but I think, you know, we need a centre-back.
They talked about that without Messi. They talked about Koulibaly.
They did. It was still... Nothing slowed down. Aurelio De Laurentiis, or I don't know if I pronounced that right, but the Napoli president has just come down with coronavirus, and he's notorious for messing up transfer deals, obviously. I mean, we had the thing with Jorginho and other players, but apparently that's going to slow things down from what I've heard, because he's involved in everything. So to me, it's like, do City stay and stick with Koulibaly? I know we had this conversation, and we actually put out a poll on Twitter, and Koulibaly won the vote over a younger centre-back, a younger and up-and-coming centre-back. I think we had Upamecano as the example on there. Do you think City should hold out and see if we can get it done by October 5th?
You know, maybe just for a couple of weeks stick with Garcia and Ake and Laporte.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, look, I don't foresee us having the same issues as last season.
I hope not.
I think it was a bit of a freak anyway, you know. But I think he's okay. When do they play? Is it next week?
Yeah, it's next Monday.
Well, they got an extra. Not this Monday coming.
Not next Monday. The Monday after.
Right,
yeah, a week on Monday.
They've got an extra week, so maybe they're not in a rush. Maybe something will happen.
Yeah, but you get a centre back in now. Doubtful they'd play that first game, you know. But
look, I mean, maybe we'll start Ake and Laporte.
Yeah, there's just something. Yeah. I wouldn't mind it. I mean, there's something unique about two left-footed centre-backs, but like I've said in previous episodes, you have two right-footed centre-backs, you know, often, so...
I don't think
I don't think last season was a freak. I think losing Company and not replacing him was the downfall, both in a centre back and a captain.
Yeah, but when you see some of the goals they conceded, it was, individual error.
Yeah.
That maybe you'll get 3 or 4 of them during the season, and we ended up getting 9 or 10 of them.
There's a lot of them. I just think if you had some,
you cut them things out.
Yeah.
And then you've sort of got to stay. Look, let's see how they start. They may keep possession that much that they don't really defend.
Yeah.
And the fact that 2 left-footed centre-backs, and they have so much time back there anyway.
Yeah.
There's only a couple of teams that will dare to go and press Man City.
Mm-hmm.
There's only a few, and they do it at their peril normally. So you've got enough time, and they have time to manoeuvre it to your left side, whatever they need to do. But there's always that many options that they don't need to do that anyway.
Yeah. But you say that, and we could have had the same conversation before last season, and look what happened. But my biggest thing is, I think I'm sick of saying this, and I'm sure people are sick of hearing it. But I think Kyle Walker could be the second best right back in the league with a leader next to him, and maybe Fernandinho fills that hole with Laporte, and I don't mind that pairing. I just want something finalized. I'm almost sick of hearing this Koulibaly shit, because I love Koulibaly, and I have, we were linked with him the past couple transfer windows.
Can I just turn it onto this point, because I know there's a lot of West Ham fans listening.
Yeah, sorry, I'm hugging the City airwaves right now.
No, but as a City fan complaining, you just told the world you've got enough money to buy Messi, right? You don't know about another centre back where you've probably got 3 or 4 anyway.
Yeah. Well, I don't, but yes. Yeah,
well, you know what I mean. City, I'm talking about one of my other clubs, so I can't say we right now.
Yeah.
But and then you look at the West Ham, what's happening there, what's going on, and the uproar, and the they're saying it's a dysfunctional club and system and the way it's run, and they're complaining about the ownership, and they have their points, rightly so,
Mm-hmm.
But the problem is not enough money to go and buy anyone.
Yeah.
They're now talking about $10 million players as if it's a massive signing, which just goes to show the difference and the massive void. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Financially, with 2 of the clubs that I was at, and we're back then so similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So similar, and I feel for the West Ham fans, but I also think it's to do with recruitment, because there's a couple of the players that they've signed, the most recent signings. There's been a temperament problem. They go on, what do we need? Oh, he's good at this, he's good at that. He's quick, he gets shots in, he holds a ball up, whatever. These are his stats. Who delves into their temperament?
Yeah.
That happens way too often with West Ham. That players have come with so-called good stats or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And find out when things go a little bit pear-shaped that they disappear. I think that's as big an issue as the lack of money and spending power.
Yeah, I think I'm going to be a bit harsh here, and I think not to deflect from West Ham to Chelsea, because we'll get back to Chelsea. I think Chelsea have done the same thing this summer, but signing second-rate superstars and trying to glue a team together, which I think West Ham have sort of done with not too recently, but like Haller being the most recent, Lanzini, Anderson, they all want to be big fish in a small pond, whereas right now I think they're small fish in a big pond, and it doesn't glue together, and I don't think that helps. We've spoken about this again, and just going back, I think West Ham need a solid structure around a free-flowing number 10, which I think could be Lanzini, to be honest.
Should be Lanzini.
Should be Lanzini, and I think it's okay to give him the freedom, because I think in anything, I think creativity needs to be let go. It needs to be, you can't put creativity on a leash. I think every team and every aspect in anything, I think to get the most creative work out of somebody in any field, you need to let them go, but there needs to be a structure around it.
At the beginning of a season, you should be allowed that anyway. You're so far away from any relegation fight.
Yeah.
Way way you go out, you should say, go on, be free to go on next.
But you can't have 5 attacking players or however many, or 6 even.
I mean, look how many teams go into the Premier League. Like you said, you're the furthest away from relegation. Look how many teams go in with no one that you can't pinpoint someone on their team where you're like, that's the person that wants to go forward and create something.
The problem now,
at least 8 teams like that.
Where he's a make weight, you know what I mean? He goes wherever he goes, and if he's your most influential player, he needs to be settled in as where he's best. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he needs a supporting cast, and he hasn't had that.
Right, a regular supporting cast. Yeah.
Yeah, he more or less kept them up on his own.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I know it's been awkward because it was a weird season. It's been a weird year, whatever. Now you're starting afresh, and I think now it's for the owners. I'm sort of hoping, because nothing's really happened, that they've got something up the sleeve.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'd like to think, and maybe it's desperation that I'm thinking that way.
Yeah.
But I know how the fans are communicating with me on my Twitter site and listening to ex-players talk, and we all sort of have the same view because we all feel that much for the club. I mean, I'm not out there saying get rid of the owners, because I think in the past they have spent money and it's been spent and failed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they've put money out there and failed, and as a business, they're going to look at it like that. Well, do we do the same again and they fail again, and we have another relegation fight? But I think now at the beginning of the season, they should maybe gamble a little bit and say, well, look, we're not completely relying on £15 million from the Dean Garner sale, or 20 million, whatever it was. Because what can you buy with 20 million anyway?
Now, nothing.
And I don't believe you can still say, well, the coronavirus hit us financially. Obviously it did.
Right.
Everybody. But other clubs are still buying.
Yeah.
You know? And I've said it myself, you need to match the spending of the ambitious, not the elite. Not the elite, because you can't.
Right.
You can't. Man City, Chelsea, even the Man Uniteds now, I think they're going to spend quite a bit.
Yeah.
Liverpool don't seem to be wanting to put their hand in the pocket.
Not at all.
They ran away with the league, and
they also haven't faced injury
like
in their first 11.
To go and do it again. Maybe you don't need to spend when you are up there, but
yeah, we'll teach them.
I don't think you need to refresh, even if you have won it.
Well,
the fact West Ham can't do that, I don't believe you're getting the best out of Bowen on the right hand side. I really don't. I don't believe he's that right wing back.
No.
More attack minded and can be using his energy to go forward.
Right.
More the donkey work that he does.
Yeah.
I don't think Fornals has fit in.
I don't think. I wouldn't take him.
But he persists in playing him out there on the left. Is he a better number 10 than Lanzini? I don't think he is. So he can't be there. Is he a front man? No, he isn't. Is he a holding mid? I very much doubt it. It baffles me why he's there. And I know I said about Souček, and I'll still stick by it. I don't believe he's a footballing footballer, if you know what I mean. If he can get into the box from a holding position, because don't forget, Nobes has been shifted up to the number 10 position while he's holding midfield position, but he's still been switching and creeping into the box and getting the odd goal. If he can get 6-8 goals a season, I'll be happy with that.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't need to be that footballer for me then.
He's the type of player where you wouldn't mind being proved wrong if he's getting goals.
Because it's West Ham.
Yeah.
Obviously. If he goes and gets, I still don't believe he'll ever be that world-class footballer.
No.
You know, he's football-wise, but everybody, if he can be that menace and be that threat in getting in the box, the problem you have with West Ham, are they going to be good enough to keep possession and get in them wide positions to get balls into the box for him to get in there? That's the issue, because if you don't have one, you don't have the other. There's no point in him getting in the box
if no one's out there. Yeah.
And they're not feeding balls in there. You know, there's no point in them feeding balls in there and he's not getting in the box. There's no point in them getting there too quick and doing it too early and not giving him time to get there. You know, maybe he'll be dangerous as he was at set pieces.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the thing. But you can't buy players for set pieces.
Well, just going back to a point you touched on, I think football progresses every year. So you know, I'm really happy with Liverpool sitting still, thinking that they're good enough because they were good enough this season. And I don't want to make this a whole Liverpool thing, you know. But I'm just saying, like,
it's just what happens though. You win it, you feel like, or the owners may feel like, why do I need to spend more money?
Right. And I get that, but that's
also it's just another. It's also another year with the same exact players.
Yeah.
Practicing on what they know.
But it's complacency and it's anti-progressive. So to me, it's like when Pep came, you know, and like obviously the first season he was figuring things out. The second season he was killing it, and then Leicester figured Pep out, you know. So Pep had to adapt, and I'm sure that's what keeps Pep interested in the Premier League, and I'm sure that's what's going to keep him around for a while. And I don't mean to keep bringing this back to City, although I kind of do. But it's like teams have to progress with football. Football's ever changing. It's why we watch it. It's why we continue to watch it. Because if it was the same every season and it was just players growing old with new players coming in, refilling the spots. I mean, look at the difference between football, not the negatives, but the difference between football from when you played and football now. Formations change season by season. There's in vogue formations. There's the 4-2-3-1. There's the 4-3-3. There's 5 at the back. There's 3 at the back. Teams at Chelsea, you know, it's like, yeah, one formation works, one set of players works, one manager works, but it needs to move forward with the times, and Liverpool aren't doing that. And I'm okay with it, with them not doing it.
There was still 4-3-3. There was still.
Yeah. I'm talking about the thing that works though for each team. Like look at Sheffield United, right? Something worked for them this season that made them finish 6th or 7th. Forgive me for not remembering, but it was the overlapping centre backs. Is that gonna work? Our team's gonna study that and say this is how we shut that down. Our man.
Fix that, mate. It won't take long.
Well, it's
no, I know that's
it's inaugural year.
Yeah.
And now people know you. They might struggle this season.
Yeah. I think
might be in a relegation fight.
Right.
Well, what you're saying, but what you're saying is you're saying that all the formations that we have today, they've been done before.
No, I know. I'm saying, but I'm saying they've been done before, which is fine.
But, I mean, that's like saying all right. So look, all the wing backs now, everyone's more athletic. Everyone's doing this. So we got better wing backs like Alexander-Arnold, who are better on the ball. Who take
but also, it's a little different. It's not like
it's adapting with the times though.
That's exactly what I said.
There's a formation that can stomp out Liverpool's perfect 11.
Yeah,
easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
With the right set of players, it's like how Holland or the Netherlands beat Spain 5-1 or whatever in the World Cup.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying
going to your point now, the difference between then and now. I think the biggest difference. It is something to do with the systems, but I do believe that players now, they're more capable of switching about and playing multiple positions.
Right.
Well, they're fitter, aren't they?
You only had 1 or 2.
Yeah.
That were sort of adaptable to fill holes.
A little more dynamic.
Yeah. Now, you know, you've got your centre backs that can push in and play in midfield when they get in there.
Right.
You've got your wing backs that can tuck in like you did with Kyle Walker and hold the midfield.
But like mid-game, not even.
That can change. Somebody can be up top and switch and be a number 10 and now be out on the right.
Well,
yeah.
I mean,
you've got more similar builds, similar types, similar pace players, whereas back in the 90s it was still sort of structured. Your 2 centre forwards were proper centre forwards.
Right. Well, I was comparing to I was going to say the olden times. I was comparing to back then, just you know, sort of as an extreme example. But I'm talking season to season even. My point is Liverpool can, you know, and I mean good on them for winning the season, right? I'm not being bitter or talking bad.
No, you're right saying that.
I'm just saying, like, if they think they can stick with the same group of players and play the same way, it's not going to work because all these other teams are going to evolve. Like football it's evolution every season is what I'm saying. Even if it's the 4-2-3-1 and it still looks like 4-2-3-1, the manager's going to look at it differently. Each manager is studying the opposition. And again, I bring up Leicester against City.
All right, but you said, and you've agreed, that Liverpool were better last year. The year before this season that just ended.
They played better football, yeah.
They played the same exact football. It's just like they just weren't informed this season.
Yeah.
You know, they played the same exact
They didn't play the same exact formation,
what
though. It was the season before, it was more of a 4-3-3.
Like some games,
this last season it was. I mean, it's hard to pin down a formation when it's so fluid within a game. But
Liverpool pretty much have always had the back four and the front three, and then the middle's just shifted a little bit.
Yeah, but that middle shape is crucial to what happens in the game, because this past season they just played it basically over the they bypassed the midfield.
Yeah, exactly. When you have Fabinho and Henderson, you know, that's why players like that can play there.
Right.
It's like that with Barca,
because they're not good footballers.
Exactly. So that little bit doesn't matter when you have a team like that.
It does when the number 10's involved, though, and it does against certain teams that play certain ways.
Well, yeah, but you got Mane coming short for the ball, or Firmino coming short for the ball. Then you got
Mane, but
and Salah
here's my thing. They didn't play the same way this past season and the season before.
It was very similar.
But it had evolved.
Look, one of the
or digressed, right? Or like in my opinion,
it had just changed.
Look, they won the league.
Worst.
How difficult is it for them to go to be? Look, we won the league by 18 points. How difficult is to say, well, we need to get rid of him now and get someone else in?
Oh, it's going to be hard.
Plus, they won it. It's only everybody else that's failed. So when you failed, you've got to do something about it.
Yeah.
So you go and buy. That's what happens.
I just think.
Well, I mean,
yeah, but the Lions are at the door. You know, it's like it's not. Yeah, they're not gonna. They can't sit there and just not make any changes.
Is the team that wins the Champions League or the team that wins the World Cup, and they do it by like a drastic measure, the whole world stops and changes to that formation, and they're like, "Oh wow, that's the new formation."
But in the Premier League, you've got you've got proactive managers, not reactive managers, right?
Like, I mean, you look at Liverpool, like the whole thing about Man City, arguably not the main reason they didn't win the league was through injury, and you look at Liverpool, and they had pretty much the same 11, the superstars that they have. And they had them throughout the whole.
Yeah, I'm not making excuses.
And that's why I'm saying. So they're like, okay, so that's the perfect thing for a manager. If all your players stay fit.
You would okay. I think we're
perfect thing for every manager, though, is it, Con? Because managers now rely on rotation.
Yeah.
Well, not so much Liverpool.
Keeping your best 11.
Well, no. Yeah, they plan on rotation because they got 4 different cups. When you're the likes of Klopp, when you only care about the Champions League and the league, you don't have that much rotation. You don't care who you play in the domestic cups.
Which he didn't.
All you've got is the league and the Champions League, and you fucked up the league because of Atletico, because of piece of shit that they are, and then you somehow won the league. So why would he really change? You know, like
I think that's a mistake. You would stay that if you were Klopp, right? Or like, let's say Klopp has a big say.
I think. Sorry, not this season that they won. The season before, where they actually played their best football, where they won the Champions League.
But they didn't. But they didn't win the league. So why would he?
They could have won the league with that.
Okay, but City. Yeah, but City were just better.
They were.
City were the.
Well, City are a better team than Liverpool. It's just it's somewhat fact. It's just if all City players are fit throughout the whole league, and then following Guardiola, and all Liverpool players are fit for the whole league, and the following Klopp, City will do what they did to Liverpool,
right?
All the whole entire league, like no one's saying that's not true.
Yeah, but my point is, you can't play the exact same football with the exact same people. Like, just because Liverpool won the league, they can't play the exact same football with the exact same people the next season, because now the variables have changed around them.
They had the same exact people the year before and played 10 times better football. So that team can play that level of football. It was so laxed.
The more they're going to gel, the more they're going to get to know.
That's what brought this up. When you said he's not changing everything, I'm like, it's also another year of that team growing as a team.
Okay, but like did Klopp change? You've got a point. I'm not gonna lie, you've got a point.
Hey, look, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be.
Think about it. Think about the Liverpool team. You got Alisson, irreplaceable. Van Dijk, Robertson, and Trent Alexander.
Yeah, I was trying to honestly. I was trying to think of a
front three irreplaceable. What?
They need another centre back.
Well,
No,
yeah, but I'm saying, like, as formation.
Yeah.
You're
I
not
think
going to play a back five.
Look, I think Liverpool. If I was in charge of Liverpool signings, I would get Thiago, like at all costs, and
Or
not sign
Coutinho.
anybody else.
Or Coutinho.
You know they've
Play
had.
as those three, as one of those
Okay,
three.
Coutinho would be great, but Thiago, he's right there for
Thiago's
the taking.
Thiago
And he's what they need. He's more central, isn't he?
Thiago's the best. Like, I forgot who said it. Someone said it. I think it was Klopp. Thiago would have been a better signing to Liverpool.
No, it was Wayne Rooney who said that.
Oh yeah, Thiago would have been better signing to Liverpool as Messi would be, which is total bullshit.
Yeah, but we spoke about yeah.
we did.
But I get where he's coming
Thiago
from.
would be the
It
second
means
best.
to slot in that spot. Yeah.
All right, enough of Liverpool. You want to go your Chelsea, Con? Freaking hell.
All right, now it's my turn to fire back on you.
Checkbook.
Talk about
What do you mean fire back?
Talk about-
I have all the ammunition.
talk about a
right
team
now.
that's glued together with a
I have all the
frigging
ammunition
glue
right now.
stick. What are you looking at? You sent us in the group text a picture of a Chelsea shirt, and it said first place next to it, and you said this is what you're gonna be seeing all season. I just want to say all the teams said first place next to it because it was the NBC app that we're doing, and they all say first for some reason.
I thought it was the first shirt, the number one shirt.
Yeah,
But that's what it meant.
yeah.
I also thought because on the NBC app there was about 4 different teams with the same shirt.
I guess they didn't update it.
I don't know where this is going, but
I don't know.
I'm
yeah.
gonna clip it and show you it back when Chelsea win the league. So that's fine.
You actually okay? So we're gonna get to
We'll get to the prediction.
predictions.
I've thought about
We're
this.
flirting with the predictions right now.
I'm the biggest pessimist when it comes to Chelsea.
Yeah.
So me saying this is like me saying
You
England's gonna
actually think Chelsea's gonna
win.
win the league?
This is like me saying England's gonna win the World Cup. That's how.
Well, we've just been talking about Liverpool and about the same players and how they gel, and by keeping the same players, and then you're going to throw in 5.
5. It's like a whole new.
Yeah. well, what just happened this season? Mason Mount didn't play before. Abraham didn't play before. You know?
Connor, it's too.
William wasn't playing.
There's too many. There's too many new players for it to work out for Chelsea this season.
Nah.
Of course there is. It doesn't work like that.
We're 10 times better. We're in a.
Don't say it won't. It's just not going to be easy.
No, it won't. They won't win the league. I'll put money on.
All right.
I'll put money on Chelsea not winning the league.
Well, that's a great bet. That
It is. Can I get some
All
odds?
right, yeah. Let's get some odds because I'll put it that they do win the league.
Okay, 10-1.
10-1.
Yeah.
That's the odds you're giving me. 10-1.
Yeah.
No, you're laughing at me right now. I'm not going to take 10-1.
why don't you see what the bookies are giving? They'd probably be about 16.
Yeah.
Chelsea?
I
Yeah,
was going to say.
that's
I was going
true.
to say closer to 20.
It'll be Liverpool, Man City, and then you're going to go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Good job. Let's revert out of this.
Yeah. So.
But that's going to be in his predictions, so it's going to be noted.
Well, I'm not coming out here and saying Chelsea are the best. They're going to go win the Champions League. I'm
No,
talking about how
because
shit
that would be
and
ridiculous.
inconsistent.
You just think they're
Well,
going to win.
when was the last time Man United? Jesus.
I don't know.
When was the last time Man City won the Champions League?
It doesn't matter. Look at City now. We're going to win
When was
the
the last
Champions
time
League.
Chelsea won the Champions League?
Easy, Tigers. Come on. Look, are we gonna? I hope that's gonna be in your prediction now.
No, he's gonna say Liverpool.
You're gonna pick a top 4.
No, I'll say
he just made his case for Liverpool sticking with the same team and winning the league, and now he's saying
I didn't say winning the league.
no. But you said it works.
say-
You
I
said
would-
it
I
works
would.
sticking with the same team.
All right, but
And now Chelsea have just bought a whole new team.
I know.
It just okay.
Yeah, I know because we needed the biggest change. I'm sure if Messi went to City or just came to the Premier League, I wouldn't have known what to do with myself. 2020 would have been a plus for me if I looked back on the year and been like, "Oh, remember 2020?" I'm like, "That was
a great
fucking
year."
great." Remember when Messi came and Chelsea got really good, and everyone's like, "No, remember the." Not never mind.
You're saying Messi goes to City.
That's what I said.
Okay, but what if Chelsea didn't get really good?
But they did. They just did. Like
but
it'll be so bizarre.
Here's the thing, though. But
all these great players can't play together.
Do you think Lampard can manage all these so-called, honestly,
I think this is
potentially great,
yeah.
potentially great players? By the way,
no, I think Chelsea are at this stage delving into the realm of I'm not comparing myself to their history or anything, or Chelsea to their history or anything, but Real Madrid to where the
friggin' hell.
I mean Real Madrid is shit right now.
Yeah.
Not shit, but like not as good as they should be.
Won the league.
I'm saying it's not really like depending on the manager. These players are going to do so much to where it's like. See,
okay.
like
well,
said,
to be fair though, I think it takes. I think taking 11 players from 11 different teams really depends on the manager.
I think but I think a better manager should manage these players.
Yeah.
Because this is amazing what's happened. Even with Willian going, and I do not want to talk about that again. Worst decision ever, but even with Willian going, I'm still so confident. I'm not so confident that they'll win. That I'm just so confident.
Yeah.
That we won't be fuck ups, you know. Because we beat the top teams, we lose against the worst teams.
Yeah.
It's the hardest thing, the most stressful thing to be a Chelsea fan.
I think part of that is Rudiger as Piliqueta.
Exactly.
It's mostly Rudiger.
And then he's
but yeah, and
then he's and Zuma and Christensen and
you know who I like.
Kepa. Kovacic is good.
I like Kovacic.
Yeah, I do as well. But then they have the worst offense in the Premier League, and then they say Kepa's not good enough, and then they have who you both know very well, who you said is good
Caballero.
Penalty.
I like Caballero. Yeah,
he's so bad.
He won us the Capital One Cup.
He's so bad.
He's not so bad.
He's
not a top 10 Premier League goalkeeper, is he? But
that's exactly what.
To me, okay, one thing that could like scupper what you're saying is these are all players from different leagues.
Okay.
Haven't played in the Premier League.
It's pretty much that's what happens with the international teams.
It's just
now.
but
all these international players aren't playing with each other than the likes of Germany.
No, I know.
Spain.
I'm not saying. Yeah, I'm not talking about that. Like, I'm not talking about international teams.
Look at Belgium.
I'm not talking about.
No, but I'm talking about all players that don't play with each other that just came together and they're all great players.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about players coming from another league to the Premier League.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Yeah.
It's not like
yeah, but it's not
certain
really,
players.
It's not really. I mean, you look at Ziyech. He's Mahrez, but he's not as weak as Mahrez.
I think
Mahrez could do it.
But we'll see. That's one thing that will be tested.
I think a big example of that was the Nations Cup just gone when these players come together.
Yeah,
I believe I watched one game that I thought, look at the standard of this. It's a quality match. And I think the biggest matchup, Germany-Spain.
Yeah.
Looking forward to. Dire. The game itself.
It's
players not coming together.
It's a weird time though.
But honestly, who gives a shit about Nations League? I'm literally just saying.
There was a time when international games you look forward to it.
Yeah.
There was a time when I knew the majority of players from every single country.
Yeah.
And now I don't know anyone.
By the way, did you see Belgium against Iceland? De Bruyne's ball for the left winger's goal. I think it was 3 or 4-1. It was the third or fourth goal Belgium scored. De Bruyne's ball was incredible. They didn't show it in the replay. It was ridiculous. And actually the left back, I think he was number 11 for Belgium. I didn't recognize his name. I could just look.
I didn't see the game. I've seen the goal.
No, I caught a bit of the game, and honestly, I mean, Belgium looks solid. They look like they're playing like City doing like Pep's Barcelona.
Last few tournaments, mate, fell down, haven't they?
No, I know, but I'm just saying they look better than they ever have. To be honest, Witzel scored.
I thought before the Italy game, Holland might be strong because individually they've got a good squad. But even then, that game was dire as well.
Yeah.
They lost 1-0. The good thing was, though, Nathan Ake played. So we know he's
back to fit. Yeah, I saw Bernardo Silva went off injured as well. Something with his right leg, which wasn't good. I think, didn't Ake go off as well?
He went off, but he wasn't injured.
Yeah. So Doku was the guy. Jeremy Doku. He looked good, actually, left wing. I don't know who he plays for, but De Bruyne's assist, it was the 5th goal, was really, really good. I mean, it was just De Bruyne, like he plays when City are on fire, just wherever. You know, Witzel scored. Vertonghen looked great. I know Vertonghen's gone.
Where did he go to?
He's gone. You know what?
The Tottenham video on Netflix.
On Netflix.
Yeah, and he comes across all right on there, you know.
Have you seen the Leeds
Benfica.
One? Benfica.
Yeah, he looked great. He was going forward. I mean, they play him at left back. It's almost like a makeshift 4 at the back, but it shifts to or it's a makeshift 3 at the back, but he shifts to left back. Like he's sort of the left-sided 3 of the centre back, but he shifts to left back and goes forward. Honestly, they look great. Mertens looked incredible. Hazard came on. Apparently he came back overweight or something to Real Madrid's camp. But
Gareth Bale looked great for Wales.
Yeah, he's milking it. I honestly can't stand him. I know you like him.
I was saying this to him.
I watched an interview and he was giggling like a little child, you know.
Yeah, I'm done. I can't stand him.
I was saying this to him.
He's making fun of football.
I don't think he's making fun of football. You don't know what's going to be on the scenes. You don't know how much he's been fucked about.
But he doesn't want to play. You can say that much.
You don't know how much. Real Madrid, they've been known to rip the spirits out of players. Look at Casillas.
Yeah. Well, he's definitely got his spirit ripped out somehow. Whether it's Real Madrid or not, I don't know. But I'm just saying yeah. I just think...
There's always more to it, isn't there? There's always
Real
more
Madrid.
to it.
There's more players I can't fucking think of.
We don't have all the facts, do we?
Yeah.
My point exactly. Like, if he came back, I think we were saying, you said something, I was like, if he came back, he'd still do well, and you're like, he wouldn't do as well. But I was like, I think I was talking to you, if you have a fit Gareth Bale, who's been playing best football, or in the Premier League, the best of the football, for 2 years, Gareth Bale will be one of the best top 3 players in the world. Just give him 2 full seasons.
Yeah.
And by the end of that second season, you'll be like, "Holy shit, he's still one of the best
players." If he can stay fit, I don't really disagree. I don't disagree with you. Honestly, I think I
hope that happens, and I hope he goes back.
I don't think it will.
Knocks Madrid out the fucking Champions League.
I don't think it will happen. I think he's stuck at Madrid either for. You may be right. It might be Madrid.
Look what he's done for Madrid, and they still treat him like shit.
Yeah.
Scored the winner in the Champions League final twice.
True,
right?
But recently, they've said they'll pay half of his wages to whoever signs it.
Who Madrid have?
I think. Yeah. That's
my god.
I just wonder if that's what's coming out in the media. I'm done with him. For me, it seems like to me, and again, maybe I'm reading into what the media is selling, but it seems like he just wants to sit back and
why
take the
wouldn't
money.
it be? I mean, he's the one that should have to bite his tongue. Why wouldn't it be the media saying?
Why couldn't he, like with how much power the players have right now? Why couldn't he come out and say, "Look what Madrid's doing"? And like, it's not like they have a gun to his head.
What are you going to say about the most successful club ever?
He could come out and.
He is saying that, but in a roundabout way. He's sort of going, "That's not for me to answer. You need to ask the club."
Well, but that's not saying it.
Well, I mean,
it's deflection.
Yeah, I know, but if you're actually a football fan, you look at Madrid and go, that it was remember when they won 3 Champions League in a row?
Mm.
They were one of the worst Madrid teams I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah.
I know this is just like saying it, but how lucky they got for everything to go their way with the Ronaldo penalties and stuff like that. Like they scraped their way to the final each time, and just won on that day. What?
Ramos equalised with a header in injury time.
Let's go Madrid, and then Bale scored the equaliser. They
beat Juventus that one year as well, didn't they? When Mandzukic scored the overhead kick. Yeah.
But it's like that Madrid was bad, and everyone's going to look back and be like, "Oh, that was the best team for that decade or whatever." And Bale was still even.
I think
the best player then.
I think him coming on and scoring that bike against Liverpool, it was him saying "fuck you, Madrid," and
amazing.
It was just him showing his.
I remember exactly where I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he did the same thing against Atletico.
Yeah, but I still just don't think. I think if he actually cared about playing football, he'd be playing football somewhere. Personally, I think he has enough. I think
if it goes on any longer, it's going to be done.
Well, he is done. I think he is done.
He's definitely not done.
I think he's done.
He can come back and destroy.
Oh, he could come back, but I don't think I think he's done. Well, it does because I think he could, but he's not go. I don't think he's gonna leave Madrid. I think he's gonna sit there and rot, and he's happy to, with whatever the circumstances. I don't know. You're not gonna see Bale again. But who gives a shit?
All it takes is Wales are doing well right now. I do. Yeah. I care.
I know you love Bale. I like him as a player.
I don't really love him.
No, but you like him as a player.
I love watching him.
Yeah,
I love watching him. Yeah.
What do we think about England's performances and about? I don't really care to touch on the whole Foden thing. You know, he's a young guy. Whatever happened. I'm not forgiving him.
I just want to say it's funny that people are saying this is England career over, and him and Greenwood are two best.
Yeah,
prospects,
are you kidding me? It's not over.
I think it's as easy as saying that.
You know, look, he should be respecting the whole quarantine shit, and that's as far as I want to go. I mean, his England career is not over. It's not even started yet.
I was saying this on the phone. I was saying this on the phone with you the other day. You remember?
The other day, you've got Kyle Walker played, and he had an issue with the coach.
Yeah, Lampard.
Grealish in his car. By the way, he got his first dive for England.
Did he? Does he get a cap for that, or what does he get for that?
No, he gets a swimmer's cap.
A swimmer's cap.
Yeah.
It's got 1 star on it. Yeah. One little flop.
He was in trouble. You got the Harry Maguire thing.
Yeah.
And you got the 2 other players in a squeaky clean squad, so to speak.
Yeah.
Yeah, but remember I was saying this to you the other day, and they're like, Kyle Walker, he did that, and then Greenwood and Foden did this. About 8 years ago, I think 20 of the 21 England squad got caught with prostitutes.
Allegedly,
and some over the age of 60. So,
and then there was the whole Lampard Rio weird video, wasn't there? There was like a video they made with some strippers or hookers or something. Lampard and Rio together. I've never seen it.
I remember there was something about Gerrard.
It's on I'd imagine it's on a website we're not allowed to promote on here. I don't know, but
I remember there was something with Gerrard.
I'm just glad these lads are following in the footsteps.
Yeah, I mean it's just a part of the England squad.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It was the most exciting thing that happened, to be honest.
Yeah, no.
Just don't follow in Rooney's footsteps.
We're not even talking about the 0-0 against Denmark or the scrape against Ireland.
Need to bring up Roy Keane having a go at Ward-Prowse.
I didn't see that. What?
Beautiful, yeah.
When they got their penalty.
Yeah.
Iceland.
Yeah.
Standing on the penalty spot.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
And Roy Keane had a go and said he was cheating.
As if Roy Keane's never done that.
No, Roy Keane's never done that.
Mate,
never.
Need to do stuff like that.
If he saw someone on his team doing that, he would have smacked him.
Really?
Yeah.
Today's footballer, mate, doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
You've seen the way they play. It's in them.
You heard what Ward-Prowse said, right?
No, I just saw that video.
I've been touting him to play for England.
Yeah, me. I have been since the second I saw him.
And then he comes back with a comment like, English players need to know the dark side of football.
That's weird.
Now it's okay. It's okay to cheat. You can see it in them anyway.
Yeah.
Go there.
But a positive to take from that is that
can the penalty
see it as a dark side.
Can the penalty taker not just like look at the spot and figure out that there's been a
no.
Fucking
you get a penalty. You get a penalty in the last minute.
The point is it
your
in
balls
your
are in your stomach?
Yeah.
It's not about the penalty taker finding it.
Yeah, but Roy Keane's done some dirty shit. Like
nothing like that.
No.
So petty and petulant.
I mean, didn't he break Alfinch Haaland's leg?
Mate, that was the way the game was back then.
Yeah, he's not a surgeon.
Going in with your studs 2 feet off the ground, like
he's not a surgeon. He knows if he digs up the penalty spot, he'll fuck it up.
Okay, I don't agree with it, but I'm just saying.
Sorry, I'm not backing up Roy Keane and what he did against anyone that was malicious. I'm just saying I agree that he calls.
Look, I don't mind Roy Keane. I like how he speaks his mind, but I'm just saying, like
talking about the England performances, mate, and the things I remember is Jack Grealish falling over.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it. him falling over.
Kyle Walker's red card.
And walking away. I mean, whether it was or it wasn't, you could see his intent.
Look,
You know by the way he walked away that he knew.
yeah.
He'd gone for it to do it because there was no argument about it.
Look, until we get a new manager, and I'm wearing an England shirt. I've got Stones proudly on the back. John Stones on the back.
Mate, I can get my Stones on my back as well.
There's talent. But until England get rid of Southgate, I'm just whatever happens is just all bonus. Like,
they're not.
What do you mean?
They're not going to get rid of him. That's the furthest we've been since.
Yeah, but they need to.
Since '66.
4 points out of 2 games.
Or no, since the 90s.
I could get 4 points out of 2 games.
4 points out of 2 games. 4 more points than shots.
Yeah, that's true. It's just the most boring shit ever. It's horrible. I'll watch England because obviously it's England.
It's
but
funny because I don't know what it's like to not be an England fan. I don't think I've reached that disappointment yet, and I can't imagine what it's like for other teams or other countries to look at it and be like, I know you have good players. It's just what has been going on for the last 60 years.
Yeah.
It tells you everything. Look, fair play. The lad from Leeds, what was his name, Tom?
Phillips.
Thank you, Phillips.
Phillips, yeah. Came in and was our best player.
Yeah, I've got him on my fantasy team actually.
But
Do you?
our best player really didn't create anything.
Yeah.
I'm not having a go at him because your first game you come in, he showed a lot.
He's a defensive mid
But
though.
that's what you get for the title of best player.
Yeah.
Really, how do you have him as best player? That's
I mean, remember when Wilshere came in and he was our best player? He would get on the ball and something different happened.
Positive, yeah.
Yeah, something different happened. Even if he went backwards, he would still take on 2 people and
Well, look, until
do the right thing,
like
Not a believer in Jadon Sancho.
no, don't give a shit about Jadon Sancho.
I'd have him over Grealish every single day of the
I haven't
week.
seen it.
Yeah.
All the talk, the brightest star in England.
No.
The next big thing. I haven't.
Greenwood's better than Sancho.
Yeah, Greedon and Foden.
I would agree with you there.
And Foden. Foden's better than Sancho easily.
Also, let Sancho come to the Premier League. Let him be on the same stage,
Yeah, but who cares? Because like United are busy dealing with him right now, and let them deal with him.
They said something
70 million.
They said I've heard that it's confirmed. Like everyone.
70 million. He's not fucking worth that shit.
David Luiz went to PSG for.
I'm talking right now though. Look at the transfers right now. But also, I think City get a percentage of whatever the number is. So.
Oh yeah, because they need it. Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying, it's just.
He's like that.
No, but it's just it's just because it's
just
because it's United. Just because it's United. That's it. It's just funny because it's United.
Yeah, making money off.
Yeah, if he went anywhere else, it's like obviously.
I wanted to spend a fortune and still fail.
Well, they will.
Be even sweeter for me.
Well, that's why I
Yeah.
wanted them to buy Grealish because, I mean,
I think they might, unless Chelsea go for him.
Yeah. Right.
And then I'd be laughing.
No, Chelsea have actually been doing things right, so don't jinx them with his name.
All right, so let's get to these predictions then. We're going to talk about the English League and we're going to make some bold predictions about how it ends. So, who wants to go first? I'm passing it off to one of you two.
I will.
Or should we go first spot and then?
I mean, I'll go because I know I'm going to be completely wrong.
Okay. Well, you're the one taking the notes, so
Yeah.
you can falsify any documents as you need.
You're not going to say Chelsea winning it, so.
Yeah, exactly. So I will say this: if we are predicting, if you did want to do it,
just go
one by
down.
one,
Yeah, just go down your
I'm
list.
going to say 2 are blatantly going to be relegated, and 1 is.
No, start with the top.
Okay,
Start with the top.
I did put in Brighton, Newcastle, Villa.
I'm saying start at the top of the league.
Oh, you're saying okay? So
Start with the top 4 and then the Europa League 2 and then the relegation.
Okay.
I'll go first.
Sorry, no, I thought we.
It's
I thought
okay.
You just said relegating.
You said you were starting from the bottom.
I thought you said just relegating.
No. I may have, but
Did you?
I'm taking it back.
Yeah.
I don't know what I said. Anyway, start from the top.
I'll go first. Come on, Con.
So I can't say this serious.
Okay.
I have Chelsea winning it. I have City second. That sounded very scouse. I have Liverpool third.
Yeah. Leicester fourth.
No, you know what? Arsenal. We're going Arsenal.
Go on, Xhaka.
Yeah. And then
Go on, 5th and 6th. Come on.
Leicester, and then I don't know if I'm being biased. I want to say Man United, but I don't know if I want to say Wolves, but I don't know if I'm being biased by saying.
Are you leaving Tottenham out?
I'm definitely leaving Tottenham out.
Okay.
Sorry for Son. Sorry for Lucas Moura. Sorry for the actual good players at Tottenham. Lloris and that.
Yeah.
And Dembele. I don't think they're gonna do just as bad.
Okay.
Mourinho, whatever.
Yeah.
So I said the 6, right?
Who was it? So Chelsea, City, Liverpool.
Hold on.
Arsenal.
Do I get my odds on this before I say this? Because this is kind of written in stone right now.
Write it in stone then.
I'm kind of only saying Chelsea for the odds.
No, you're not. Dude.
All right, whatever. All right, go on. Chelsea.
Are you taking the notes though? Because you're meant to be taking notes.
I'll do it on. I know mine. I'm gonna do yours.
Okay.
So Chelsea, City, Liverpool, Arsenal. Fucking David Luiz. Leicester, and then I'm thinking Wolves. But I think Man United. It's gonna be Man United, then Leicester. I think.
Well, that's
gonna be wrong.
How many goals do you want?
How many variations?
But that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna say I'm kind of being biased. I'm gonna
Lock
say
it in.
Leicester.
Lock it in.
Leicester and then Wolves.
No Man United.
No Man United. No
Okay.
Spurs.
And who's your bottom 3, Con? Who's going down?
It's gonna be Brighton, 18th.
You
That-
don't have to put-
Just name 3. Yeah.
Then it's gonna be Fulham,
We're not
19th.
we're not
and
asking
then-
for a crystal
and then
ball.
Fulham. Hopefully Grealish stays at Villa, and they are gonna finish dead last. And
This
he's
is-
gonna be the captain.
This is the longest winded.
I've said it. The Greyhound.
So anyway,
No, I didn't get who the 3 was. Who was it? Villa?
Yeah,
Brighton, Villa, Fulham.
Okay.
I did say Newcastle, but I'm taking them out since Bournemouth.
You know, I could just name every team as well. And
Every team as well.
Are you finished?
I told you what I said on previous podcasts.
I know. I'm just kidding.
No wonder he didn't take notes.
Yeah, you weren't the first to start. Well, before we started, I was like, "Do you have your lineup?" And he's like, "I'll just bounce off, Dad."
No. What you said was he said, "Do you have Europa League finalists?"
No, I know.
Champions League
Yeah.
Euros finalists.
Not finalists.
fucking
No,
World
not
Cup
Euros.
finalists,
No, I didn't say any of that
fucking
shit.
Premier League Championship.
I'll go next.
All right.
fucking the local pubs fucking team.
Yeah, the local pub finalist.
Yeah.
Right. I'm going City winning it.
Aye.
Boo.
Liverpool second.
Boo.
Man United third.
I can't boo enough for that. That's the worst one of the
Hold on,
3.
hold on.
That's the worst of the
Are
3.
you taking notes?
Following me off. City, Liverpool, Man United,
I'm gonna throw.
Leicester.
What? Oh, if you name Chelsea in your bottom 3, I'm.
City, Liverpool. Look, when I put Man United in before Chelsea, mate, you know there's problems there. So I've got City, Liverpool, Man United, Leicester, Chelsea.
I'm not writing that. I need to
No,
know
no,
what's
you have
in
it.
your drink before I write that.
Tottenham.
Chelsea, Tottenham.
Yeah.
Just discredited Sheffield United, Wolves, Burnley. Who else finished above Tottenham?
Yeah, it's going to change though.
Is
Yeah, I think
Harry
so.
Kane's fit.
Oh, is he?
Fit, Son's fit.
Oh, you know what?
They lost the
You know what?
ball.
Write him down for winning the World Cup as well, if he's fit.
Who, England?
No, Harry Kane. Write him down for that.
All right, is that 6?
Hey, you know what,
City,
with all
Liverpool,
the
United,
England-
Leicester, Chelsea, Spurs. Are you joking me?
All the England players doing wrong and prostitutes and all that.
Can I get...
He wants Harry Kane never took his homework in.
He doesn't know how to use a phone. He couldn't order a prostitute if he tried.
I honestly think Spurs have him somewhere locked in a cage.
He's out in the jungle. He's out in the jungle looking for a mate.
Bottom three is Fulham, Brighton, and Villa.
In that order?
No, I don't care what order, as long as they go down.
Extra pickles.
Extra pickles, yeah.
All right. You ready for this? This is the real answer is obviously City win the league. Then I think, and I don't want to say this because I was going to be spiteful.
You just don't want to answer the rest. You just want to say City win the league.
No. I've got the rest. I think City win the league. I think Chelsea finish second.
I respect that.
I was going to be spiteful.
I'll take that.
No,
I'll say that could actually be mine.
I was going to be spiteful and leave them out just because I think you're being a bit overzealous. But
don't leave them in.
No. I truly, I as much as I argue with what you have to say, I think.
How fickle is the Premier League right now to where he's saying that you have to have like a chemistry in your team? How fickle is the Premier League where you don't have to have that right now?
Yeah, it's funny though. Yeah, I think we kind of contradicted ourselves though because
more airtime on your six now as well.
Yeah. All right, so City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs.
Tells you something when you've got to read it.
No, I'm looking
Spurs.
No, I've got like I'm not even looking at that. City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs.
Why Spurs? You think you're just gonna kick it up a notch?
Yeah, I think so. I believe in Mourinho. I love
as bad as they were last
Yeah, I love Lucas Moura. I love Son.
Son is.
I think Harry Kane's solid.
Son's arguably the third best player in the Premier League.
Yeah, I think Sissoko on his day is good if he shows up.
Pardon?
Son made our diving 11, didn't he?
Yeah,
he made your diving 11.
I think so. We need to confirm that actually, which is a note that we'll talk about after. But what did I say? So City, Chelsea, Liverpool, Spurs, Leicester, Wolves.
No Arsenal, no Man U.
Yeah, those teams belong on the bottom.
Yeah,
I think
he's gonna say one of those teams right now.
Okay, no. First of all, though, I mean, Man United, we'd have to bleep out if I spoke about them. But Arsenal aren't spending the money they need to spend. I love Arteta. I think 7th or 8th will be good for him.
I saw this thing after Wenger left. They never had the proper title as first team manager. Everyone after Wenger was
coach.
First team coach.
Yeah, I read that.
And
but
Arteta
here's the thing: Arsenal were also the only team in the Premier League in profit or something like that. That might not be true. I can't remember, but that's what I read.
No. I remember saying that a couple of years ago.
Or the highest profiting team or something.
No, they were one of the only teams that weren't in debt.
Yeah. But they won't
because
spend.
They didn't spend in the
they won't
transfer window for what, fucking 7
and they
years?
still won't. So
now they're going to have Aubameyang a big contract.
Yeah, well, that's what they're spending the money on, and I think I love Aubameyang, but they've got to spend on their defense and their.
Anybody who plays Granit Xhaka, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I can't even have them in my top 6. As long as he's playing,
they're out. Yeah, so that's my top 6 then, and I'm proud of it.
And your Carabao Cup, or whatever it's going to be called, if it is.
Well, I've got my 3 relegations.
Oh.
Right? Did you guys do your FA? You didn't do your FA in.
No, we did the cups.
Oh, okay. So relegation, I've said this before. I've got Fulham, Newcastle, West Brom, and I stand by it.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope Slaven doesn't go back down, but
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. I just never saw West Brom as a Premier League team. I mean, I didn't watch them much last season, but
So
I just...
who did you say? Fulham, Villa, West Brom?
Fulham, Newcastle, West Brom.
In that order? You think West Brom can finish?
No, I think I'll be Newcastle, West Brom, Fulham in that order. But I mean, it comes within a point and goal difference, doesn't it? So
you're sticking with Newcastle even after the Bournemouth signs.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying Ryan Fraser and Callum Wilson, but they didn't keep Bournemouth up, so why would they keep Newcastle up?
Assists and goals.
Well, they had assist and goals at Bournemouth, so
Yeah, Newcastle aren't bad, are they?
They're in my bottom 3.
I don't think that deal, that takeover's dead yet, is it?
No, I think they've got a lot of trouble.
Might be a difference for Newcastle anyway.
It could, but also if it keeps going on throughout the season, I think it's going to be trouble, you know.
But they normally have enough chaos anyway, don't they, with the normal owners and the fans and stuff, so.
Yeah. I like Ryan Fraser. I think it was, if the media was right, I think it was a dick move for him to stop playing for Bournemouth. I think he's a good player, but I don't know.
So the FA Cup for me, I'm going to go Wolves.
What?
Wolves for the FA Cup.
Really?
And City for their cup.
Wow.
The Carabao Cup, yeah. Wolves, I was thinking Wolves or Tottenham.
Really?
Jose getting silverware.
I mean, Tottenham haven't won
It happens.
a trophy in
No, I know.
long time.
The year would have won in it. Tottenham win. The year would have won in it.
Wait, sorry, you said
Yeah.
Wolves FA Cup, City Carabao?
Yeah.
League Cup. Yeah,
so what are you
whatever
talking about?
Whatever it's
You
called.
said Spurs? You said Spurs?
No,
won that
you
cup?
said Wolves or...
No, Wolves, but I was torn between Wolves and Tottenham.
Oh, okay.
I just think Jose's going to get some silverware, one or the other.
I think Wolves is a bold bet.
I think he'll put his teams out because he wants silverware.
Yeah.
He always gets silverware.
Yeah. I could see. I mean, this could go either way. You know, I mean, it's just a shot in the dark. I mean, it's Liverpool and City winning the cups. I think. I don't see Liverpool winning the league. I see them, but I see Klopp realizing halfway through that they haven't made the moves to win the league, so they're gonna push hard for a cup, and he won't put out shit teams, and he'll push for like the FA Cup. I'll just say the FA Cup. I think he'll realize late.
So who do you think's win the FA Cup?
Liverpool.
The FA Cup?
Yeah, and then City win the League Cup because
they own it.
Yeah, because it's the City Cup.
Okay.
Chelsea and Chelsea. All right, that's the episode, guys.
Might as well be, because I just wrote down Spurs for FA Cup, and I don't know why I did that. I think.
I
you
would leave it,
subconsciously.
don't
No. Oh my god, I am. I'm gonna leave it.
Do you actually think Spurs FA Cup?
And I'm gonna vomit.
But you left Spurs out your top 6.
Yeah, because they can go fuck themselves. So this is a win-win. So they win the FA Cup, I win. They lose the FA Cup. Who cares? Spurs can.
Don't win.
Yeah, exactly. Spurs don't win.
That's a win-win.
And then that's a win-win for me. Spurs don't win. If they win, I was right.
There's a lot of wins.
And I've covered myself for this as well. I don't really think they're gonna do this, but Chelsea with a Carabao.
You don't think City are gonna win one of the domestic cups?
Listen, I think City's gonna win. I think City's gonna win the Champions League, and I hate to say it, but I really do. I think Chelsea's gonna win the Carabao, and I think they're gonna win the league.
You think they'll do domestic?
I think they'll do the double. Again, thank you. And
he's setting himself up for success, isn't he?
I think.
What he's drinking.
Yeah. Oh no!
Get on that Chelsea juice.
Unless you got Messi, you wouldn't be able to get what I'm drinking right now.
All right.
And if Spurs don't win it, City will win it. City are winning.
If City don't win it,
Chelsea aren't winning 2 cups without City winning 1 cup for a very, very long
oh,
time.
you got the first bit right. Chelsea aren't winning 2 cups.
Yeah, I can't wait. I just can't wait. The season kicks off tomorrow. I
don't know what you're laughing at, because I could just say you don't know what the Champions League trophy looks like, so that's all, you know.
All right, you got me there.
Yeah, exactly.
But at least it's not dusty. So anyway, at
least it's there.
All right. Well, also England. You could say that about England in the World Cup. Yeah. It's been a while.
It has, yeah, and it was very controversial.
Yeah. All right. Well.
No, that was Foden and Greenwood.
Yeah.
They're only kids.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's
laughable. I think I was talking to you when. What'd you say?
That's not. People will get political.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah. I mean, let people get political by themselves.
No, I was just saying. I remember saying to you that Gary Neville said, either them or anyone that's their age, either that person or someone that person knows has done what they did, or just as stupid. Like the teenagers at that.
Yeah. I mean, look,
our biggest prospects, like how much do you wanna like?
All I have to
shoot them down?
say is, really, England career over. If you're saying that, you're a fucking idiot, you know. But
if you say that, you're a commie. Because
you might be a commie, but
yeah,
not
you
saying
don't want England
saying it wasn't wrong, but their England career is not over. Anyway,
Oh,
Phil Foden for president. All right, guys.
Prime Minister.
Well, no, he's gonna be president.
Okay.
All right, guys. Well, yeah. Make sure. Thanks for listening, guys. This isn't the smoothest I've ever done this. Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure to check out 5pints.in.com. Sign up for the newsletter. You'll get our match predictions now that the matches have started up again. I'll be sending that out pretty soon. Go like us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and go give us a like on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Gents, as Connor cracks a new beer, it was good having a beer with you guys.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, guys. Talk to you next time.